I'm Amy Beth Schaefer with Allison Sinclair and JP. And you guys, it's Tuesday. And you know what happened on this Tuesday?
Average Tuesday.
That's right. It is Nacho Average Tuesday. Guys, is it true? Did we almost not make it here?
Yeah, I don't know why it just now dawned on us that we need to have a contingency plan. And it's not so much me and you, Abs, it's JP.
Yeah.
Like, what happens if JP gets tied up by aliens in his basement and can't make it to the show? We don't know the buttons to push. And today, we almost needed a button pusher and a show. We had a very busy morning.
We went to Huntsville. It was delightful. And the people with whom we met, delightful. However, it was a little dicey. But we made it back thanks to Allison's expert driving. Thanks, Allison.
Am I a bad driver?
No,
you're a good driver.
We drive as fast as each other, so I feel very comfortable.
You're a good driver when not distracted, yeah.
What do you define distraction?
We had so much business to do.
Yeah. We did. It was a rolling business meeting.
It was.
Did there?
It was. It was good.
Thank you.
It was good. And it was frustrating to drive but not be able to send the email.
Oh my word!
So I had to start delegating. But anyway, we had a great morning. It's been a long time since I've been that deep back into Huntsville. It's such a cool little city.
It is. It's like the hidden secret that's not a hidden secret anymore because everybody's coming.
Yeah, everybody's coming to Huntsville.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I like every time I make that drive and I go to like the Athens area, there's something new there. I'm like, that wasn't there like a month ago. It's so crazy. The overflow into Athens is nuts.
It's unbelievable to not grow up somewhere. But then Chris and I have been married so long. Now I feel like I can say what you said. When I was little, I'm like, oh yeah, our trajectory tracks, JP.
So those overpasses on the Parkway, they started building those when I was in elementary school.
The one that I almost said, oh,
yeah.
slow down.
Yeah.
Almost. Okay. I don't know about what was there and what wasn't, but I do know I got to see Egg Beater Jesus.
Yeah.
And that was a big deal. I mean, I've heard about Egg Beater Jesus, but never seen it in person.
It's pretty sick.
I guess that's been there a while, right?
It has been. Okay. Long time.
But on the drive, we read some news on the Twitter X, the Twixes, and that Scott Adams died. And that is, bless his heart, my word. I've never seen anyone fight harder. He tried everything. And I promise you he was on X posting and talking like 4 days ago.
Oh, yeah. Truly.
What a way to end your life, giving it your all. And y'all told me something that I didn't know was in his faith journey. What did y'all hear about that?
So in the probably Friday, perhaps Thursday. No, it was last week, and he talked about converting to Christianity, that it was true.
What was he before? Was he an atheist?
Just kind of an agnostic. I think from atheism to becoming agnostic to believing. And then there were some things he was having a hard time because he kind of went a little Trump on I don't know if I'm good enough. Did I do enough work? A little bit of that. And then you saw some strong believers like Meg Basham, Allie Beth Stuckey, and others tell him just straight up, just repent and believe. That's it. You don't have to do anything else other than that, which President Trump, we're saying that to you as well. It's that simple. It's all in there. There's nothing you can do. That's what makes it so preposterous that any of us are saved at all. And that's what makes it preposterous in the face of Islam and other religions or other cults, religions, whatever. And so right at the end, Andrew Colvert, who was Charlie Kirk's chief of everything and who now is running the radio show and everything else, said right at the end, in his last breaths, Scott Adams did profess faith in Christ, and then he died.
It's funny. Josh Howerton.
Yes.
I
love him.
Okay. He's super cool. And right now making the rounds on X is, he says it's the best 3-minute sermon. Have you seen that yet? But it's talking about the thief on the cross that died next to Jesus and how he is in heaven after all his sins. He didn't have a life to live to atone for any of them. No good works. And he's in heaven.
That's so good.
That's all it takes.
That's so good.
That's what makes the gospel so radical, is that even if you live a life so messed up, if you genuinely, because I know atheists like to say, well, if you're just on your deathbed and you just say Jesus is Lord, then you can just go to heaven. It's like, no, if you have a genuine change of heart and it's a genuine repentance, you can't just, it's not just lip service. You have to have a genuine, change of heart, which it makes me so happy that Scott Adams got to do that. Like my own grandfather, who died when my dad was 20, so I never got to meet him, but he had the same sort of story. He lived his whole life a certain way, and it was like a year or two before he died of cancer. He converted to Christianity, sold all of his cars to help Whitesburg Baptist Church in Huntsville get their new land. And now, after a life of all, living wrong, you can literally just make that change no matter when, and then you're set for eternity. So it's, some people like to mock Christians with it, but I think it's what makes it so beautiful and radical, is that it's true. You can just, you can have a repentance no matter, as long as you're still breathing, you can have that repentance.
That's right. And it's Christ who works in dead sinners. There's nothing we do to earn or deserve. And while we were yet sinners, while we were dead, and a dead person can't bring themselves back to life, it is Christ's work in you. So seed planters, sowers out there, keep sowing and know that you may not be the one to see the harvest, but that's basically what our job here is on the show. We are seed planters. And as God wills, there will be continued gospel conversations, but we rejoice in Scott Adams' entrance into glory, but we also have sorrow for his earthly family because cancer is wretched. And so we think of them today, but are so excited that at the end, can you imagine the cartoons he wishes he could draw now?
I hope, if I make it there, which I'm hoping I do, he would be super cool to hang out with.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah. I bet he would be really cool to hang out with.
I mean, because think about it. When we get to heaven, we're not just floating on clouds. We'll have jobs to do. I don't know if you've read Randy Alcorn's book on heaven. We're not just floating, singing cherubs, any of that stuff. We have work to do. Think about it. There was work in the garden before the fall.
Right.
So that's exciting. That's really, really exciting. I think you will. I think Scott Adams will go, hey, Sinclair. Mm-hmm. That's what he's going to say.
Maybe, yeah. We'll be besties. And I bet he has some really good thought. I wonder if you can think in heaven.
Yes. Because you'll be working. You will be what we were before the fall.
So, yeah, we'll have some good talks. But I do think it's encouraging to watch these. I don't know if they would call themselves atheists, but at least agnostic's probably a good word.
Yeah.
They probably believe something's out there. Like Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, Sean Ryan, who else? Like all these huge influencers, Chris Williamson.
Did you say Russell Brand?
No, Russell Brand, I think he's
a genuine conversion.
Yes, a genuine conversion. It's just wild to watch them. But I think when the world gets crazy, kind of like Scott Adams' life, what you've known, your comfortableness is dumped out on the table before you and is just seeping through. You've got nothing. You're at the end and you're like, it makes you really question and think about eternity. And I think a lot of these, even though they may not be dying of cancer, their souls in some ways are dying because you can't keep up and stay in this world. I don't know how people do it without something bigger than themselves.
Well, that's where they go to liberalism and the craziness of woke becomes their God.
Yeah.
So they believe in a God. It's just not the true God. But I also find it funny that it's Christianity being the religion that atheists attack the most, but also mock the most. I think that speaks to they know it's real and they just struggle with it. And I pray that they come to and realize it. But I have to say, what a way to go for Scott Adams, because he literally fought the fight till the very end, and at the end accepted Jesus as his savior. That's the way to go. I wish he would have done it way sooner, but like that's the poetic way to go.
It is. It's beautiful. So, and because who didn't see a Dilbert cartoon? Who didn't see that? And its heyday. Are you kidding me? And all the good things he offered, especially during COVID. I mean, what a guy. What a guy. He wasn't that old. He wasn't a whole lot older
than us.
Was he 59?
He died at 68.
68.
What?
Wow, he looks so young. 68.
Jinx.
Wonder Twin power. Create.
Wow. I had no clue. Well, today is kind of a weird day. We came in on two wheels, almost missed the show. You almost had to listen to advertisements for about a few minutes. We don't have a montage today, so we're winging it.
No.
But we have
got
great
topics.
stories.
No, but
We've got
no,
good stories.
Amy Beth, mom, has a list. We got it together. I can't read it all the way over there, but we've got J6 bomber.
I'm going to cover. You have to stay
Beautiful
tuned to find out
trouble.
what we're going to talk about when we come back.
Alabama new. I can read some of it.
Okay.
So we'll be back with all of Amy Beth's list.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth with Allison and JP. Okay, so here's what we're going to do today. It's the legislative session started. We'll talk about that today. We will talk about the J6 bomber. We will check in to see what's happening with Iran because Trump is making statements and we're all like, what? We're also going to start, though, with the case, the Supreme Court case and LGBTQ. We've got a couple of banger clips for you about what's happened just today in oral arguments and the questions that the justices are asking. They're awesome. And then we have a clip of the Morning Wire. Somebody is laying, the attorney actually for the women who happen to know they're women and don't want other women to have to race against men, explain the case. So that's all coming up. But before we get to any of that, I told you last night I had to race out and get home and watch the Steelers. And they were tragic. They were literally tragic. And so after 19 seasons, and my son and husband told me last night, like, Will said, I wouldn't be surprised if Mike Tomlin steps down tonight. I don't know if it was last night or this morning, but he has stepped down after 19 seasons. I don't know what that means next, but you could tell Aaron Rodgers was not super thrilled with people not able to catch his passes. He had a late hit that was awful. So I hope that we will get a better quarterback and we need a little bit better defense. People should probably practice catching. But it's okay. They're our Steelers, and it's fine. We're not quitting them. We're not going to quit them. But it was a tragic game. Tragic.
One of my best friends is a Steelers fan, and I'm a Falcons fan. And the Falcons just fired their coach, thank God. But when the news broke, I just sent him this AI image of Mike Tomlin as the Falcons head coach.
That's funny.
I don't know. It may have been time for both parties.
I think it was time.
But he's one of those. He's got to retire Steeler. Like, he can't take another job. He may.
No, he's not going to take another job. Look, his wife has a boutique in Pittsburgh. They've been there for 19 seasons. Come on, man. They're not leaving. But it's time for something new. Kind of like with Ben Roethlisberger, we were sad that he retired, but it was time. We need some fresh eyes and some fresh teammates.
He did go his whole career without a losing record, though, which is insane.
That is
insane. Even though, the last couple of years it's been first round playoff exits. I mean, he has never been a losing coach. He has a Super Bowl ring. So a heck of a career, but it's just one of those things just like, it's probably time, because he kind of got the same result over and over and over.
Yeah.
But that is one of the more crazy NFL stats. He went 19 years without one losing record.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's insane. But it's bad when they just run up the middle and it keeps not working, kind of like Alabama against Indiana. And you think, all right, even I know it's time to be done. And I don't know a whole lot. So it's fine.
The question is, who do
Our
they
French
hire?
fries were delicious. I don't know who they hire. Who's available?
Well, their rival, John Harbaugh, is available, but I want him to be a Falcon. So we're going to say he's not going to move to the Steelers.
I say Harbaugh.
No.
Yeah, he's used to the weather.
There's also Stefanski, the Browns coach, who got fired. Mike McDaniel, Dolphins coach, got fired. But if you're the Steelers, I feel like you got to hire a Steelers guy, like a Hines Ward or a Roethlisberger, somebody like that. Or maybe even just like a longtime assistant Steelers guy. It's one of those programs where somebody who's been there, done that in the program, who knows how to do it that way, needs to do it.
And that Mr. Rooney loves.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. It's interesting, but I'm glad. And I hope that we'll be at the top of the draft board this year and not at the bottom and making terrible trades.
As a non-Steelers fan, I'm not anti-Steelers, and I find myself rooting for Aaron Rodgers. But from an outsider, it seems a little bit like the Bammers. They're like,
hey,
we went 9-3 this year. We went 10-2. Fire the coach. It's awful. And I'm like, you made it to the first round of the playoffs again. Is it really that bad? Now, Mike Tomlin looks exhausted.
Yeah, he does.
Like last night watching him, I'm like, oh, dude needs a nap and probably to retire. But you went to the first round of the playoffs with some really good quarterback, but that came out of retirement. I mean, like, come on, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but I think it's the 10-7, 10-7, 10-7, first round exit, first round exit, first round exit. Like it's the same. So, and
well,
plus,
it might get worse. Like that's the thing. As an Auburn fan, I can tell you that sometimes your gamble doesn't pay off.
As long as they don't hire Hugh Freeze, I think they'll be fine.
No, Brian Harsin, if you're listening.
No. Please pick somebody different.
Mike Shula, yes.
No.
Kidding.
It's so funny.
No.
Who was the other one?
DeBose. I wasn't even. Well, I think I was born when DeBose was, or Shula. I don't remember.
That's cute, JP.
I don't remember a pre-Bama or a pre-Saban Bama. I don't.
Gosh.
Must be nice.
Wow.
He's so young.
Baby.
When I'm just used to winning, what can I say?
I'm a winner.
Mr. Indiana, I win.
Well, I wish y'all
Google
could be
me.
Auburn fans for just a little bit. Then you'd be like, we're 9-3! Best day ever! I mean, I can only dream. Not gonna lie. Okay.
That's pretty good. That's
War
funny.
Eagle. We'll be back with more news after the break.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. And first up today, we are talking about SCOTUS and the LGBTQ case that is there. They are hearing arguments. They're weighing a transgender ban in girls' sports. And there are two cases from Idaho and West Virginia. Do you remember any of those cases?
Kind of. I feel like we talked about, is this the volleyball team that didn't want to, or is this the girl that didn't want to run the track meet?
Well,
as you're looking that up, I'm thinking, how stupid is it that we're here? They are hearing a case at the Supreme Court about whether boys can compete in girls' sports.
Yeah. That's
what?
But you know how we get here is when we have a Supreme Court judge who can't even say what a woman is. That's how we get to this point.
Also, Amy Coney Barrett, who's turned out to be a burnt biscuit, literally, this conservative lady that we all were like, yay, when she was appointed, just referred to men as trans girls.
Yeah,
Amy Coney Biscuit Barrett, what are you doing? So there are basically two cases, and it's really simple. JP, did you happen to get the clip of Alito eviscerating? All right, that's great. So basically what the AIs and X is telling us is that the cases are from Idaho and West Virginia, challenging laws that bar transgender girls.
Wait, so boys.
They bar boys. Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry. I had to pause.
Really think about it.
I'm like, remember, it's when we first heard about it, you're like, wait, what?
Is that a boy? Yeah.
Transgender girls, that'd be men, from girls, actual girls, and women's school sports teams based on biological sex differences in strength and speed. The challengers are Lindsay Heckox, a transgender woman, a man. It's a man. He's not Lindsay. He's dude. And 15-year-old Becky Pepper Jackson, also a dude, who use puberty blockers and estrogen and argue the bans discriminate under Title IX and the Equal Protection Clause. Conservative justices raised fairness concerns for girls' sports, while liberals questioned the law's scrutiny level. A decision expected by summer could impact 27 states.
Okay. It's pretty easy.
Right.
Like, if you don't have ovaries, if you don't have testes, can you say that on radio?
You just did.
Gumballs. You can't compete with people that do. It's really not that difficult. Like, I do not understand. And think about this. Even 10 years ago, we would have not even dreamt. Maybe fringe, maybe it was starting to kind of creep out a little bit. But the fact that we are actually debating this, that the Supreme Court is taking time to hear this case, blows my mind. We are in like dumb world. Dumb. This is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And Allison, think about this. We laughed when Ketanji Brown Jackson was confirmed, our Supreme Court DEI hire. I'm sorry, it's true, because she couldn't define what a woman was. And then today you think, well, you still can't define what a woman is. And then you've got, which we'll play a clip of, Samuel Alito letting it rip on their attorney, because their attorney, let the men with testes compete against women who don't have those things and try to claim that we're all the same when clearly we're not. Remember the volleyball case from North Carolina from about 3 years ago. And so how in the world can Ketanji Brown Jackson, let alone the others, now we know Amy Coney Barrett just said trans male, whatever. And she's supposed to be Catholic?
Yeah, she's Catholic, and I thought she was so cool when they were like, tell me what's on your notepad. And she held it up and there was nothing there. Like, I'm so smart. I don't even need notes. Turns out I don't think she is. But what the whole irony of this from Jackson Brown. No, that's the singer. What's her name?
He was
Ketanji
great.
Brown.
Ketanji Brown. Is there a Jackson in there?
K-B-J.
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Oh, okay, so Jackson
you're right.
Brown. Actually, that was my first concert I ever went to.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, like, what was the big deal when, tell me what they said. Oh my goodness, KBJ, JBL, what LBJ was the first what on the Supreme Court?
Black woman.
We know what a woman is?
We do.
We're going to tout that there's a black woman on the Supreme Court, but now we don't know what a woman is. So do we want women? Is being a woman a big deal or is it not? I mean, it's just, they're so fake. That whole side. Apparently today I'm tired and I have no patience for this kind of crap. Like, don't waste my tax dollars.
Allison,
What?
can you also imagine, also tired, downing Coke Zero? I'm sorry, honey. I will be very caffeinated today and sugared up from a Three Musketeers.
She ate, like, I love it. And she bought me one too. She ate an entire Three Musketeers bar. Like, when's the last time you sat down and ate a candy bar?
We
Well, maybe
took a
not
road
you,
trip this weekend.
But yeah, in
not
general.
often. We don't eat them often. They're usually like road trip food. It's very fun. But can you imagine being so tied to an ideology, you would rather see somebody injured than you would to tell the truth? You are so tied and just completely delulu that you can see the truth right in front of you, example after example after example. I can't remember the number. I'll go find it, of the men who beat women in their sport and took their medal. It's an astounding number. But you are so committed to the lie that you will not let it go. And you would rather young women not only have medals taken from them, but in some cases, they're sustain bodily harm because you've bought the lie and you will not divorce yourself from it.
I'm laughing because
What?
it doesn't normally go the other way. Like, there usually aren't females that want to compete in male sports. Sometimes, remember the kicker at Vanderbilt?
Oh,
That
yeah.
sucked.
Oh,
She was not very good, but she got to kick. Well, when my son was in 8th grade and he was wrestling, y'all, this is traumatic. Think about 8th
I
grade.
remember
Girl
this.
wrestlers are good if that's where you're going.
Well, but okay, why are they good? So he has to wrestle. We realize, okay, he won his first match, and then we realize he's up against this girl. And you're like, okay, let's think. Everybody's in singlets.
Oh,
Okay.
my
That's the
gosh.
first thing I'm going to put out there.
A singlet.
We're in singlets. Okay.
Okay.
It's awkward enough.
That's really awful.
Then you go look at the little chart and you've got to wrestle a chick. And what are you doing? You're like, I am in a lose-lose situation.
Yep.
Like, Connor, you really can't win, because if you go hard and take her out, well, that's awkward. Like, some of these moves are going to get really weird. And then if you lose, everybody's going to make fun of you. So we went with, okay, you want to be a woman? You want to hear everybody hear you roar? Connor, you better beat her. Don't you dare let her win.
And please tell me.
And he did. He did. But like, and you think about it, but in 8th grade, like, you don't want to put your hands on a girl. You're told not to do that.
Mhm.
It's horrifying.
Yeah. And then you're like, there's no telling where your hands are going to go. Like, it's awkward. And there's some moves that's like, you got to go up and around and over.
Ugh.
So this whole thing is just stupid.
Yeah.
It's just dumb. And then what? So say that was, that was just like not a consolation round, but anyway, say that's like for a championship. Oh gosh, what would a Muslim do? I just thought about that.
Yeah.
You
Not
can't touch a
participate.
girl. You'd have to lose the whole thing.
Right.
Anyway,
All right. When we come back, I
What?
know you're going to take us out. Hold on.
but do we have the was there the daily, not the Daily Wire, the daily?
The daily.
We've
or
got the Morning Wire, but we also have Samuel Alito questioning that attorney. Do we have enough time to play that, or do we need to wait?
It's up to you. I mean, we can probably take the break. I do have one thing to say about this.
yeah,
though.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, sorry.
the fact that the Supreme Court is having to waste time on this stupid case when we got tariffs, we've got so many important cases that I think they actually decided not to rule on the tariffs case as of now, but like this is a waste of time of big stuff, like big cases to actually hear, and we're wasting time on it. But why did we get to this point? It's because spineless men let it get to this point. You know, if y'all remember Iman Khalif, the boxer who was a dude who won the gold medal in the Olympics in 2024 because the Olympic committee like didn't want to test and see if she was a male, and then when the another organization, I think it was the IBC, actually said, hey, we tested this person, it's a dude, therefore we didn't let him box in our women's category. And the IOC said that's Russian misinformation. Well, then the report came out and it was true, he was a dude all along, but he was allowed to get through because spineless men didn't have anything to say. Like my little sister, who's a college basketball player, if I ever went to one of her games and she's going up against a dude, like I'm going to jail. Like I'm serious. I'm not letting that happen.
Right.
But it's men who let it get to this point of we have to rule on it with the Supreme Court when there's so many other crap the Supreme Court should be doing. It's ridiculous.
Guess, to your point, it is ridiculous. Guess how many medals men have taken from women in sports. This is from the UN report highlighting women's loss of fair opportunity. It's strange to be from the UN, but y'all guess.
I mean, I don't even have a reference. Is this across the
It's
world?
under 1,000, but it's a UN report. It was reported by J.K. Rowling last year.
I'm going to say like 500 something.
Allison?
843.
Did you look at this?
No.
890.
Wow.
Okay.
Across 29 sports stolen from women by dudes. Because JP, to your point, not JT.
Did it again.
Sorry.
Hey, I'm JP. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. JP. Men let that happen.
And to your point, JT, if you ever hear Riley Gaines speak, she will say after she raced Leah Thomas and they literally tied. What? No, I can't even call him Leah Thomas.
I don't even know his real name.
William Thomas. William Biscuit Thomas. After they raced and they're going up and they let her hold the trophy and takes pictures with it. And she said, you watch this man that was like worked for the NCAA or something, whoever was the head of the swim meet. And she was like, you could see on his face when he had to tell me that I had to give the trophy. I couldn't take home the trophy. I had to take a picture and give it to William Thomas. She was like, you could see on his face, he didn't want to do it. He knew what he was doing was wrong, but he had to do it. And so again, to your point, JT, men that aren't willing to stand up and do the right thing. And so he just bent the knee and, you know, bless her heart. But I think what is she saying about the Supreme Court? Did she make a statement today? And look it up.
No.
I feel like I saw something from
Perhaps.
her.
Yeah.
It's always really good.
It'll be interesting. Oh yeah, she did. She made a statement, so we can get to that. And then
The video.
I'd really love for y'all to hear the clip because it's kind of awesome.
This is the clip from Alito. Okay. That'll be good. We'll do that on the other side. We'll be right back.
All right. Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. We are going to play a clip for you of Justice Samuel Alito questioning the pro-men. I was going to say something that I'm not. The pro-men and women's sports lawyer, just to have a little fun and shed some light on how things are really going as we speak. JP?
Yes, Your Honor.
If it does that, then is it not necessary for there to be, for equal protection purposes, if that is challenged under the Equal Protection Clause, an understanding of what it means to be a boy or a girl or a man or a woman?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that definition? For equal protection purposes, what does it mean to be a boy or a girl or a man or a woman?
Sorry, I misunderstood your question. I think that the underlying enactment, whatever it was, the policy, the law, we'd have to have an understanding of how the state or the government was just understanding that term to figure out whether or not someone was excluded. We do not have a definition for the court, and we don't take issue with we're not disputing the definition here. What we're saying is that the way it applies in practice is to exclude birth sex males categorically from women's teams, and that there's a subset of those birth sex males where it doesn't make sense to do so according to the state's own interest.
Well, how can a court determine whether there's discrimination on the basis of sex without knowing what sex means for equal protection purposes?
I think here we just know that we basically know that that they've identified pursuant to their own statute, Lindsay qualifies as a birth sex male, and she's being excluded categorically from the women's teams as the statute. So we're taking the statute's definitions as we find them, and we don't dispute them. We're just.
I'm confused though. Lindsay identifies as a birth sex male. So, but what's the problem with that? Because Lindsay is a birth sex male, right?
Birth sex male competing on female teams.
Right.
And Lindsay, which I wish I knew Lindsay's.
Leroy
is being excluded because even though Leroy is a birth sex male, Leroy would like to compete against the women folk and beat them because that's how Leroy identifies now.
But the point that Alito is making is like, how can we know who's a birth sex or transgender, whatever, if we don't define what a male and female are, correct?
Truly befuddling. Correct. Yes. She could not answer. Their attorney could not answer and admitted we don't have an answer.
Is she a she or is she a he?
Looks like a she.
It's one of those things where I just want to
it's like
for the love of God, people. This is the Supreme Court of the United States.
Truly, what would you do? You are in the highest court of the land, and you are committed to the lie.
And she sounds it sounds terrified.
To absolutely, like, you mean never gonna ask me about the definition. Actually, she's from the North, so she's got a Yankee voice. I don't know how to do that right now.
But you can hear in her voice.
She's shaken.
She's very nervous, and she knows because she's not confident in what she's saying.
Because she's lying.
Well, okay. How do I word salad this? Yeah. It's really easy. You just do a blood test. Like, I think the only time that could be tricky is for like intersex people who have like XY chromosomes and have both. But like, that is the rarest of the rare. So if we want to have a conversation about that, first of all, it shouldn't be at the Supreme Court, but I think that's a discussion. But we can't even define like what a woman is. Then we're not even like, we're talking past each other, and you're just wasting everybody's time.
Yeah.
So like I said, the intersex question, like, okay, let's talk about it. Do we go with testosterone levels? Do we have, that is a discussion. But if we're not even getting past a woman is this, it's just like, man, this is just a waste of time.
I mean, it's based on envy. It's fraud. It's wanting something you're not supposed to be. You're jealous and you're willing to lop your parts off so that you can compete against women. No men stopped. No mothers stopped. Nobody stopped this from getting to the freaking Supreme Court. This is unbelievable. If they don't rule for women, Republicans, conservatives, common sense humans, it's time for a riot.
I mean, they've got to really at least one woman that they could examine and decide what a woman is, and that's KBJQL, who's right there, because she was a woman when she landed, and she's a black woman. We heard a lot about it. Just go look at her parts. Not difficult. If you dare. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. So we are finishing our discussion about the SCOTUS case and the insane answers the pro-trans athletes, aka delusional male athletes, are giving. But we have heard from you on the text line engaging with this subject. So let's talk about that, and then we'll finish our discussion. After that, we have a little news to catch up on, and then we'll go on from there. So, JP, what do we got?
833. $687
Dale would be so proud.
4448 is the text line number if y'all want to let us know your thoughts. We got first, let's see, Mike from Florence, Alabama says the only place a white male has a chance is competing in women's sports. Parentheses, not counting exceptional athlete white males.
That's true, actually.
Yeah. Darn it.
It's kind of funny.
You're right.
Brad from Crimestone County has two texts here. He says, has Ketanji Brown Jackson recused herself from the transgender athlete's case because her own testimony during her confirmation hearing, she is not a biologist and therefore wholly unqualified to render competent judgment in such matters.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
He also says, this is funny, the acting president of Venezuela once said that if you don't have a border, you don't have a country. I'm thinking that if the highest court of the land is having to sort out the XXs and from the XYs, you probably no longer have a country. Well, rather let me be an optimist. You will not have a country for much longer.
Good. We have great listeners.
Wow.
This is from Steve from Harvest, says Justice Alito should have asked the lawyer, quote, you said your client is a birth sex male. In that context, how do you define male?
Yeah.
I mean, is it like Allison said, we just look at the part and go, God loved us enough to make it obvious. Yeah. And for birth sex males who think they're men, do you understand that when you die on your death certificate, you're still going to be listed as a man?
And how can you define birth sex? Because they can't talk. They can't tell you what they are.
Well, this was one of the greatest Charlie Kirk clips I've seen whenever he was on campus with a student. And it was talking about this, sort of topic. And Charlie Kirk said, okay, what is a woman? And I think it was actually him and Matt Walsh both have done, this. Like, what is a woman? Well, somebody who identifies as a woman. It's like that's circular reasoning.
Yep.
Because if you can't actually define what the object is, then it's like, what's a table? Well, something that identifies as a table. It's like, okay, what are they identifying as? A table. What's a table? Somebody who identifies. It's circular. They have no definition of the thing itself. And it's funny though, because the left, who is allegedly a pro-feminist movement, it's so degrading to women because you can't even define what a woman is, because a woman is just somebody. So then I can be a woman. Like if I was just like, I want to be a woman, then he's a woman. It's so degrading to what a woman actually is. If you can't define it exactly, like you don't even know what you're identifying as.
Well, and I think it's an interesting point because if you've had any discussions with your liberal friends, you know that some of them have really become convinced that there's no such thing as truth, that there's only moralities that a culture agrees upon, so that truth can be as fluid as their gender. But the problem is they end up making truth claims inside those conversations, but they want nothing to do with it. So they're very slippery. It is very hard to nail them down because they want what they want. They want to marry the lie, marry themselves to the lie, never have to divorce it, and leave you going, what just happened here? So that is a tactic, just FYI, dropping it out there. I'm sure you know this, but I have been in conversations before flabbergasted at people's ability to pretend that objective truth is truth, that reality is reality. That does not exist for them. And so our normal logic doesn't actually work. And you do end up with, even though they tell you you're using circular reasoning, it's actually they who are using circular reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable. And I've only noticed that shift in the last couple of years.
They actually live out circular reasoning too, because if you're a male, okay, we're not defining what male and female are. The left doesn't do that. We don't know what a woman and man is, but if you're a male and you want to be a female and identify as one, what do? You go out and buy a dress.
Yep.
And you get implants
Mhm.
and you wear makeup and you put on earrings and you want to have a baby. I think that's your answer.
Exactly.
You know what a woman is, and you ain't one.
Right.
I mean, you can chop it off, but you still ain't one. So they're just living this lie, but they're doing it really well. And they've gotten a lot of people to go along with them, possibly even the Supreme Court.
It's all RuPaul's fault.
Oh,
Don't you think?
yes.
I mean, think back to when we began to mainstream this idea. And it wasn't just the funny little, remember our old show, we had a drag queen who called in often, and we had great conversations with this person. I mean, hysterical.
Love Uncle Daddy.
However, what we're still dealing with is this revolution that happened a long time ago when we mainstream things like RuPaul.
Mm-hmm. Do you know who RuPaul is?
No.
Okay.
Type in RuPaul.
But
No.
RuPaul was an anomaly. RuPaul was entertaining.
Oh, I know this guy.
Yeah. But kind of poke fun. You know, now we're like, oh, like everybody that is like RuPaul gets elevated. We're not in Mrs. Doubtfire world anymore.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, we know that's funny. That's funny. Okay, go be you. That's funny. Now we're like, oh, we worship you. We're going to let you do all the things you want to do because you tell it. I can't even talk about this on the radio, I don't think.
I think you can.
I really can't, but I'm going to.
Okay. All right.
I can't.
Okay.
Okay, there's a video from inside a Planet Fit. Have y'all seen this? Inside a Planet Fitness bathroom.
I don't think I've seen it.
We can't play it on the air.
A man that came in the bathroom. Okay. Very disturbing. Very disturbing. And Planet Fitness is giving that man quarter. And I mean, like to where you're not safe kind of thing.
Like not joking. Haha, we're just going to change. Oh, no. No. The women need to get out of the bathroom.
It was very disturbing what was happening, and nobody would do anything about it. Anyway, I hope that the Supreme Court will just end this once and for all. Bless those little girls' hearts who are having to endure this. And the Supreme Court cases don't come up quickly. Like you've been waiting on this. When did this? I wonder when these things happen.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I had to go through several courts
them.
to get to that point. So
Right.
several courts were like, I don't know if I can, like, seriously? Like, how many courts had to say, we're not going to touch that for it to get to this level? But yeah, I agree, because can you imagine what you're saying to the girls when you let this happen? Let these men come and play alongside them is that you're not important enough for me to take a stand. Like, you're not important enough for me to put my foot down and face confrontation and say, I'm going to protect these girls. Like, if you just put yourself in the shoes of, a woman in your life that you love, like a sister or whatever, like, I'm not serious. Like, I'm not joking when I say I would go to jail to protect my sister from something like that. I just can't imagine these men who have daughters and who have, sisters and mothers, and they're pretty much saying, I'm too scared and you're not important enough for me to make a stand to let it get to that point. I just can't fathom any self-respecting man to let it get to this point where the Supreme Court has to do your job for you. It's gross.
It's shameful. And it's pathetic that we have to tell our own girls to be careful where they go and to remind my daughter, there are places where you can't change anymore.
Yeah. Planet Fitness. I guess go do the Stairmaster, but then get out.
Yeah.
I hope you don't have to go to the bathroom.
Gosh, that was vile.
Afuera.
Just absolutely vile.
We got a couple more texts here that are pretty good. Paul Bryant from Athens. He first of all says, "Good afternoon, friends. Glad y'all made it." He also said, "When unable to identify bodies in a fire, even dental evidence shows difference between men and women."
Really? How so?
I mean, you can tell by the bone density too. You can tell by the shoulder size.
I'm like trying to feel my teeth. Huh? Yeah, I'm a girl.
Really?
So yeah, I mean, you
Okay.
can tell like men have broader shoulders, and
Yeah.
It's genetic. Like,
You mean we're different?
yeah, we're different, like physically different.
Wow.
David from Huntsville, he first of all says, and they say conservatives are the gaslighters, but then he says, please don't say chop it off. I agree. When you said that, I was like,
does it make you?
Yes, it makes me uncomfortable.
Sorry.
Do you know what was her name? Lorraine Babbitt.
Oh yeah.
Do you know who that?
Do you know who
No.
Lorena? Okay.
Bobbitt.
She did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Sorry.
We'll fill you in.
Okay, good. Mike from Florence says, at one time, liberals were saying you should believe all women. I guess criminals can claim to be a woman since they can't define what a woman is.
Oh.
Lisa from Huntsville
Pretty
also
good.
says, I sure hope they hold firm on transgender bans. Wow, we're getting a lot of text. I sure hope they hold firm on transgender bans in women's sports. I'm so old that I remember the original fight for Title IX and women's rights in general. I'm too old to go to jail if I just happen to bop a crazy person in the head with my protest sign. If they rule that you can't pick your gender, these younger women better wake up and stop being offended by biology. They think abortion was the only right that the women's movement was about. Oh, how little did they know? Thanks, public schools, ...
Oh, who was that?
Lisa from Huntsville.
She's my hero.
You go, Lisa.
Yeah.
A couple more texts and we'll go to break. Dana from Athens says, same for Lady MAGA. He will tell you that he's a man in drag.
Yeah. They used to just be cross-dressers or transvestites. Have you ever heard that word?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And like, you just kind of smiled and walked on.
But it's a good point. Like when Robin Williams plays Mrs. Doubtfire,
It's funny.
It's funny because everybody knows he's a man acting like a woman.
Right.
Whereas now it's like, well, that's just a woman. No, it's not.
No. He's an ugly woman.
And we got Mike from Florence who says, this is the other Mike in Florence. From a biblical standpoint, I think obviously we're living in the last days, which is why we're talking about men and women not knowing what they are. But I think one missing ingredient that has changed in the last couple of years is that God has now given them over to a debased mind. He is now taking his hands off.
I think we've seen that a few times in history.
Well, I mean, you think back to Ephesus and the Temple of Diana. They were doing this even then. And we know that they were, cross-dressing, temple prostitutes, like literally temple prostitutes right there out in the open. So this is not new. But what's new is that we used to be a country that would say, absolutely not. Are you kidding me? Men would get in fights to protect women. And now we're in the Supreme Court where they're having to ask a lawyer, so what is a woman? And she refuses to answer. It's delusion and it has taken hold. It is a fog.
Yeah, I think to other Mike's point too, when all this was happening, you think of the fall of the Roman Empire and all these times where morality has gone out the window. I hate to say it, we didn't have social media. It couldn't be a global movement. And I think why it's so overwhelming is because it is just like everywhere. And it seems like they are marching in lockstep straight towards the pit of hell. And they're dragging all of us with it. It's a little concerning. Is that all? Are all those?
Yeah, we got to go to break.
Okay, we'll go to break. We've got January 6th. That biscuit. Got an update on that. Legislative wish list. Do y'all have like the one thing you want to happen in this session?
Yes.
Okay, we'll cover that too. And lots more news. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I am Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. We are checking in on the news from around the world. There's a couple of things. Allison, you mentioned a story while we were winging it back to Birmingham about J6.
Well, I just thought this was weird, but maybe I have my tinfoil hat on and I need to take it off because not everything is a conspiracy. Not everything has a deeper meaning. But Brian Cole, who miraculously showed up, right?
Yeah.
Had nothing of the gate of the 95% certain that this is the J6 bomber chick. Remember? Originally it was a female.
Right.
Now all of a sudden, comes out of nowhere. He's literally 5 miles down the road. Okay. But when the FBI comes out and says, we got him, what did they say? He confessed. Right? He basically confessed to everything. Well, he just pled not guilty.
What?
So, methinks two possible answers. Well, what do y'all think? I mean, what are your thoughts?
He now identifies as a woman?
Yeah. As not guilty?
I identify as not guilty. I don't know. I don't think that much into it. I just kind of think maybe in the heat of the moment he did something and some lawyer came along and goes, whoa.
Yeah.
Just relax a little bit. Like Tyler Robinson. Although the crazies like to say he wasn't him, there's a ton of evidence on him and he pleaded not guilty. So I just think this is some lawyer thinking they can win the case.
But did he confess?
I don't know. I didn't I actually don't remember. I trust you. I don't remember hearing if he confessed or not, but either way, I think it's such a high profile case like this. Probably some lawyer, some dark
white lawyer.
Well, dark white, SPLC or something lawyer told him, we can fight this. I think that's what it.
Yeah. Hey, you're dark white. We can really help you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I really don't know, except that he lawyered up and the lawyer said, no. I know you pled guilty. You're not guilty. And then they've got a lot of reasons why. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't think we can make any decisions now because it might just be a basic plea deal maneuver of we're going to plead not guilty. They're not going to want to go through, of course they wouldn't have had a trial, but maybe we can negotiate more. Maybe there's some play there for his sentencing. I don't know. But then I'm like, what if the CIA coerced him into saying he was guilty and it's really not him, but they needed to get the spotlight off Dan Bongino because he was really, the stupid world that we live in, like the Supreme Court is having to decide if women are women and men are men, puts me in this place of like, I don't trust anything. And so anyway, I'm guessing it just has to do with his sentencing or a plea deal or something. But I just thought they were so big on he confessed.
Well, Tyler Robinson confessed to his friends on Discord and he still pleaded not guilty.
Yeah, but he didn't confess to the authorities.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of expected, I would have expected him to plead not guilty. The question is now, do they have enough evidence to prove he's actually him?
Yeah. It's going to just disappear.
Y'all.
Disappear. Okay. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. So we often do a little segment called The Three. Thank you, JP. And I learned, y'all probably knew this. I'm just going to say it again. The three, if you're using nautical terms, the three is to the right of the right. It's a fun little number with deep meaning. But we're just going to take stories that we've held on to or found interesting to talk about. So, Miss Sinclair.
What?
Well, you want to go first?
No.
Oh, Mr.
JT?
TJ.
TJ.
PJ.
Look, I've got a JP, JT, and a TJ. Okay?
All in your life?
All in my life.
Wow.
And one of you
Live in the
looks like
South.
someone else. So I'm just saying. But I know you, JP.
What
Do
you
you want to
got?
go first?
Yeah, I can go first.
Okay.
All right. So this is breaking today. This is from James O'Keefe, Secret Service agent on leave after leaking Vance security details on Tinder.
Come again.
So if you're familiar with James O'Keefe and his like undercover stories, he'll have like an undercover reporter act like his main go-to is like getting these girls as undercover reporters and like going on dates with these guys and sweet talking them into giving them info and catching them. And they'll wear like those meta glasses and such. But it says Thomas A. Escato, assigned to Vice President J.D. Vance's detail, discussed protective formations, future itineraries, and sent images from Air Force Two and footage released by O'Keefe Media Group. He acknowledged signing non-disclosure agreements, but shared the details anyway, along with comments that he voted for Joe Biden and disliked ICE. The Secret Service placed him on administrative leave, suspended his clearance, and ordered all personnel to retake anti-espionage training, with Deputy Director Matthew Quinn calling it a failure of standards in an internal memo. So essentially, this guy was talking to this reporter, trying to make himself look cool, I guess, and leaked all that information to this O'Keefe Media Group reporter, even though, like, hello, dude, that's not a lot. Like, this is where Mark Kelly telling military members that they can just defy orders, stuff like that. This is the response of rhetoric like that, because you get Secret Service agents who think it's funny, think nobody cares. It's just JD Vance. Everybody hates JD Vance. Even the AOCs and all of them are like they would be fine if I leaked it. And this is where you get, and you're literally putting not just JD Vance's life on the line, but his family, his kids on the line because you're leaking his information, his itineraries. That it's just another example of how scared I am, because it's one thing for protesters to say and do stupid stuff, but when Secret Service agents think it's okay to do stuff like this, that's where you start to get like, we got a problem on our hands, and they're within the government. So I don't know. We may be seeing more of this, but if you're a Mark Kelly or somebody, how about stop telling people to just defy orders? Because stuff like this is what happens.
Do you think that's the first time? Because suddenly the Trump golf course shooting or attempted shooting.
Y'all are way thinking deeper about this than I am. My first thought was like, dude, you're on Tinder. Probably don't have to work that hard. Like, no offense if you're on Tinder, but I'm guessing 9.5 out of 10 women, you really don't have to impress with, where the vice president is. Like, it's probably a lot easier than that. And why in the world? Like, isn't Tinder, like, you're not in a deep relationship if you're on Tinder. So is that what you lead out with?
Is that the swipe right one?
It is.
Is that the like your place or mine one?
Yeah. What's Bumble?
It's just another dating app.
Is it as bad as Tinder?
I don't know. I've never used it.
Okay, what
before.
about Hinge?
Hinge is like Tinder. Hinge may be worse than Tinder, actually.
How can it be worse?
Are you serious?
They're both equally bad.
Oh.
Yeah, but I guess Tinder's a little bit more mainstream. Hinge has like gotten mainstream lately. But anyways, yeah, I agree.
We digress.
AKA the STI app.
Oh, I thought you were going to say.
Or STD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's STI?
Sexually transmitted infection.
Oh.
They've
same thing.
They've clarified. Some are diseases, some are infections. I don't care to know which ones, but I'm just saying, you go on there, guaranteed STD.
Maybe you're right, Allison. Maybe the thread to pull on this is if you're in the government, if you're a Secret Service agent, if you have any position of power and you're on Tinder, that's a fireable offense just for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Should be.
I mean, and if that is the game you're playing, like, let's find something else so we don't like blow up the whole world.
Agreed.
I'm just thinking of James O'Keefe and all the undercover reporterettes.
He must be ugly.
What do they have to do to get
Desperate.
information?
He's not a
That's
good-looking guy.
disgusting.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
But he really liked her because he wanted to give her all the information.
If you've seen any of the other videos
hope he
of,
Do you know
got
what
a
I'm
date.
saying?
yeah, like the girls that are on dates with like, and they have like the hidden camera and they're getting this guy to be like, oh yeah, so I was in the CIA and we never told Trump anything. And the girl's like, wow, really? Why? It's like, oh, well, let me tell you, it's like, he's got a smart strategy, James O'Keefe. So
Brilliant.
Mhm.
It's brilliant. It's the James Bond strategy, of course. The honeypot.
yeah.
Actually, we know it's a CIA. Duh.
No,
Anyway.
no.
Anyway.
Works every time. Maybe not
Gosh. Every time.
Doesn't Montgomery.
Yeah, it does. Oh, girl. When I
Thank
first
you.
went down there and I was going to work down there, right in my early 20s, the lady folks walking around.
Mm.
Wow. I was like, oh,
Like in the state house?
uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah. It was pretty obvious.
We need to burn that state house to the ground.
It's
build a new
about to
one.
be. Yeah. It's
Also, it stinks.
it stinks. It smells like mold and cigarettes.
It's terrible.
All right, who's next?
Uh,
Allison?
okay.
Okay. Ask some of our legislators about some of the foreign trips they go on.
Hmm,
oh,
now we're
yes.
meddling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're meddling.
I'm just asking questions, just making statements.
Can
I don't
we go?
know.
Put our little
No.
meta glasses on, record
No.
what we see.
No.
Okay.
Okay, you go. I lost my story.
Okay. Mine's quick. This is from, of course, his son. But for Trump, Q4 GDP is projected at plus 5.4%, despite the shutdown. Trump says we lost at least 1.5 percentage points because of it. Without the sabotage, the U.S. would have been pushing nearly 7% growth. And the kicker is that core inflation over the past 3 months is just 1.6%. So that's booming growth with crushed inflation. Democrats tried to kneecap the economy and still failed. I thought that was a happy story.
That is a good story.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Just little economics for you.
And if the Supreme Court backtracks on tariffs, I fear that's going to go the opposite direction.
Yeah,
Let's
I
hope
agree
they
with you.
don't.
I agree with you, Sinclair.
Okay, I didn't listen to a word you said because in the middle of that, I got a text from David.
Yes.
Do you know who David is?
No.
I don't either, but he's from Friends for Peace. And he says he's following up to see if now is a better time to talk about Israel. Got a moment to chat? So I said yes,
No, you didn't.
but he hasn't responded yet.
Allison.
He didn't
was-
expect you to say yes.
Yeah, I was thinking we could. Oh, what typically catches your attention when Israel is mentioned in the news or on social media? We're going to do this together.
Is this a bot?
Oh, gosh.
Come on, we're going to see. I got to know. Anytime you get like a poll or a survey, you have to take it. You got to figure out who's behind it.
Yeah. I do all of the polls. I get texted.
All right.
What
so
you do?
Mhm.
What
Oh, I
typically
ignore him.
catches your attention when Israel is mentioned in the news or on social media? The flag?
I would say the flag.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what they're looking for. But
Or that,
the wall?
no.
The
Wailing wall?
commercials about helping
Well, that meme song. I don't know if y'all have heard
the
it.
arms of the angel.
I'm sure y'all would know it if you heard it.
The
No.
arms of- That's the dog,
That's right. I was wrong.
the
Song.
Aska.
Sorry, guys.
Y'all know what it is.
Definitely the flag.
Okay, I said the flag.
And
But
then Bibi Netanyahu.
David's not a fast typer.
Oh, okay.
But it's funny. My story was going to be, or we'll just talk while David gets it together because I don't know how he's going to respond to that. But have y'all noticed that all of a sudden, every single Democrat, leadership level Democrat, is now coming out against Hamas?
Yes.
So let me just read a few of these that came out. New York Attorney General James. Hamas is a terrorist organization. We do not support terrorists, period. Governor Kathy Hochul. Hamas is a terrorist organization that calls for the genocide of Jews. Kristen Gillibrand. Hamas is a terrorist organization committed to the murder of Jews. It goes on and on. Chuck Schumer, let's be clear. Hamas is a terrorist organization committed to the destruction of Jews while imposing its brutal rule on Palestinians. Zohan Mamdani, as I said earlier today, chants in support of a terrorist organization have no places in our city. Oh, wait, David said that's a great starting point. Hold on. The Israeli flag is a symbol of the country's rich history and the people's resilience. What do you think is the most important aspect of Israel's relationship with other countries, including the U.S.?
Okay, this guy's a bot, first of all.
I know he's a bot, but this is interesting because I don't know what they want from me.
Money.
Is he going to ask me for money? What do you think is the most important? We're just doing this together. Come on, team. What's the most important aspect of Israel's relationship? Sharing information?
Security?
Trust?
Yeah.
Staying
Global
safe?
security?
Okay, so is it asking for personally like us or just objectively speaking, like why does the US and Israel?
What do you think is the most important aspect of Israel's relationship with other countries, including the US?
Yeah, I would say trust is good. Also,
A strong Middle Eastern ally.
yes. Mutual trust for sure.
Okay, I'm going to add in mutual.
Okay, that's great. I can't wait to see what David the bot has to say. Remember when we had the bot call in our show
a
couple years ago, like a couple times in a row?
So this kind of goes along with my story. Why do we think it's not letting me send it? Oh, wait, there it is. Why do we think that all of a sudden there's a shift?
I know why.
You do? Why?
Go ahead.
Did somebody tell you?
No,
No,
I
you
just
tell us why.
It's pretty. I think it's pretty obvious to me. If you look at the timing of Iran's regime crumbling, which is pretty clear to me, this is an Israel induced revolution, and I think we're about to have attacks on Iran, and maybe these politicians are doing it all at the same time. Maybe to while we're at it, we're bombing Iran. You know what? Let's just go in and just finish the job in Gaza. We've got this ceasefire, and we've been holding back, and Hamas is regrouping. Let's finish the job. I think it's coordinated for that reason. But if you just look at the timing of stuff in the Middle East, Trump about to bomb Iran again because he's putting up statements with the Iranian Revolution. That's kind of my thoughts.
So they're like, we better side with Israel because
or they're being
Trouble's coming.
or what?
or they're being told to.
Or they're being told
I think
to.
they're being told to.
Mhm.
I think they got the memo from their handlers. This is what we're going to do, and you're going to do it now.
Oh, mutual trust is key to any strong partnership. And it's great that you value that. Do you think the U.S. and Israel have a strong foundation for mutual trust? And how can we build on that? David is getting deep. Okay, so we need to take a break. I'm going to answer David. And when we come
Sure,
back, we'll
sure,
see.
sure.
We'll see if he continues. He might ghost me. This is like Tinder. Tinder for Rightside Radio with David from Friends of Peace. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth. She's Allison, and he is JP. So we will round out the hour with your text. They've been quite lively today, and we say thank you. Also, in the 4:00 hour, we are going to talk about the Alabama legislative session, which started today. A couple of things that we're hoping will happen. And then at 4:30, we will talk about
This is exciting.
beautiful trouble. And you'll have to stay tuned to find out what we mean, unless you heard James Lindsay mention it, and then you know. But we're going to talk through that just for a few minutes on Story Time with Abs. But first, your text.
833-687-4448 is the text line number. Jeff from Indiana says, talking about the Secret Service agent, said, well, at least the guy wasn't on Grindr.
Oh, Jeff, you've been on a roll this week.
How does Jeff know what Grindr is? Because somehow it came up the other day, and my husband had no clue what it was, and I figure it's like, I guess that is a good thing, but to me, like younger people, I'm so impressed with Jeff. Actually,
that's funny. Larry from Decatur says, talking about our earlier topic, guy and girls determining the sex of a person could not be simpler. A DNA test. If a person's DNA contains 2 X chromosomes, she is a female. If it contains an X and a Y chromosome, he is a male. Period.
I mean, it's really a non sequitur. Did I say that right?
That's good.
What? I mean, there.
Yep, pretty much. Jerry from Decatur says, there's a simple answer to the question, what is a woman? Go ask your mother. Satan is the author of confusion. This is all inclusive BS is the reason we're where we are. Is the reason we are where we are in this reprobate society today. Jesus is coming soon.
It's good.
Yeah.
Courage.
Yeah. It makes total sense when you look at it. If you remove God from the equation and there's no objective truth, then you get into the circular, and Satan is the author of, wait, what if? But what if? Well, what if this? And so it's the only way to get it out is through God in the Bible.
Amen.
Preach.
Amen.
What's the latest on David, your AI bot?
Okay, David is really stumped on my last answer. So, David from Friends for Peace said, I thought he was into me, but he's really stumped on this one. But he said, do you think the U.S. and Israel have a strong foundation for mutual trust? And how can we build on that? I said, yes, they really like each other a lot. And he said, that's really heartening to hear. What's the biggest reason you feel supportive of Israel? And I said, because they are God's chosen people. And David has swiped left after that. Like I got nothing. Nothing.
I feel like I'm the host of the show Catfish, and I have to tell you, David's not real. David has an AI picture. We have to cut it. You have to realize what he actually is.
This is exactly right.
Mhm.
Wait, David doesn't really know how to achieve peace.
No.
He's not.
I
hate to break it to you, Allison.
I hate to burst your bubble, but David is not real.
I mean, which, by the way.
So who is David? I mean, his name is
bot.
David. He's got to be Israeli.
I mean, Allison, he's just a bot. And invite him to come be on the show.
Somebody has to create David.
Yeah.
Who created David?
So this person's
and says you need to text Allison.
Is that bot? It has a number.
Yeah.
I wonder what happens if you call that number.
Call it. You ready?
We got about 1 minute. You got to call it.
Oh no, Allison, do you really?
It says it's busy.
Yeah.
Gosh, he is cheating.
David the bot.
Tinder.
Oh my word. Okay.
It says okay. It says busy. Will you try him?
No, it's really a bot, Allison.
What's his number?
Do you think he's from Hamas and he's trying to plan a psyop?
What's his number?
703-982-6854.
Yeah, user busy.
Dang it.
Okay, what area code is 703?
I don't know.
Let me look it up.
Somebody tell us right quick.
703 area code.
Wait, let me guess. Minneapolis. What?
Guys, you're not going to believe where it is.
Where is it? Wait. Seriously? It's calling from Israel. Down the street.
It has a
Washington, D.C.
It's the NSA. We're going to die.
quick.
We hope we make it back to the next hour.
Oh, shoot.
That's even worse than Israel.
No. Allison, change
I'd
your
rather
number.
hear China.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh my gosh, we got to go to a break. David, don't text me again. I'm done. This is relationship.
We're going to show her how to block the call.
It's just too much. Okay, yeah, he still hasn't texted me back. Dang it. We'll be back.
I want to remind you, Inspire Advisors is one of our sponsors, and they are doing amazing work. Look, I know this audience. You're the kind of folks who believe in standing up for your principles. You're good stewards of what you have for resources. What if the companies you are investing in, though, don't reflect your values at all? Well, that's why you need to meet Paul Breyer and his team at Inspire Advisors. Inspire Advisors, experts in the field of biblically responsible investing. Look, they can help you grow your bottom line while also being proud of what companies you invest in. Inspire Advisors. You got to check them out. Here's their website, www.moneypatternwealth.com. That's Inspire Advisors, www.moneypatternwealth.com, and tell them you heard about it on Rightside Radio.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison and JP. So in the 4 o'clock hour today, we're going to do two things. One, talk about Alabama news. And the session started today in Montgomery. So there's going to be a lot of talk about that. In fact, during this session, we are probably going to end up in Montgomery a few times talking to leaders down there about what they're accomplishing. And then at 4:30, we're going to talk through what James Lindsay mentioned about Beautiful Trouble. It's an update on Alinsky's tactics. And the website is a sight to behold. I'll be honest, it's beautiful. And it has some things on there that we're going to talk through because we're seeing them lived out. We are seeing people committed to these tactics and strategies. And so we're going to have a little fun with that. But what our question to discuss is what we hope the legislature will accomplish this session.
I just want them to get like kiddie porn out of the kids section of the library.
You were going to say that.
It's not very
hard.
Difficult. And like I said, and I'll say it again several times between now and May when session ends, the only place I can land after 4 years of asking you to change the obscenity law in our schools and get porn out of our schools and libraries is that you must want porn and graphic materials in front of our kids. I mean, I have no other place to land besides y'all want that. And y'all want to have literally the blood on your hands of our children. I don't know how else to say it because it has passed the House. These library obscenity bills pass the House. They get to the Senate. Oh, we just ran out of time. Oh, Jabbo says he couldn't get it out of the Rules Committee. It just, there just weren't enough votes and we ran out of time. Then it'll pass the Senate. And then it gets to the House. Oh, we just couldn't get it out. David Faulkner couldn't get it. Joe Lovern couldn't get it out of the Rules Committee. No more excuses. Get porn out of our libraries and out of our schools. It's not that difficult. That's all I want.
And if you don't believe that it's not disgusting, Allison and I worked for another organization and we put out plenty of information, some in my past columns based on Allison compiling a database of what's our children are exposed to, not just in the libraries that, oh, by the way, couldn't be bothered to just move the crap out of the way. Oh, no. We were discussing that it was an infringement upon our rights, which what does that mean? Again, we're left with one conclusion. You like it. And based on people addicted to porn and statistics, you really like it. So you put it on our kids' Chromebooks and we sort of got that off, but now it's in libraries and you've made a kerfuffle about moving it at all. So this session, when we find out what committee this bill will be shunted to again, please understand, we don't hesitate. We're not trying to be mean. You're the ones doing damage to our children by your willful negligence to do what's right. So we're going to call out your names and we're going to ask you why you won't do what's right. You guys said, we've heard talk amongst yourselves that it's the time to finally do something because it's all winding down. It's the end of the quadrennium. So now we'll do something because really you guys see us as rams, raggedy blank multitudes, and we're worth nothing to you unless it gets something and you can get popular because you're doing it. So just please understand, we've been doing this for as long as you guys have been there. And we've been disappointed for as long as you guys have been there. Not all of you, but many of you. So please understand, we're older, we're wiser, and we have nothing to lose. So if this is our single job during session, to call to account those of you who will do jack squat while pretending to get out in front of the train, know that women like Allison, who started groups like Local, Eagle Forum, API, and on, the great people in Wetumpka and Prattville and all over the state, please understand, we are not going to go away. and we will hold you to account. Or, as Allison said, we're left with the conclusion that you like porn. So guess what? Prove us wrong.
I don't think it's not kiddie porn, but that's what I want to keep saying.
Yeah, you want to say it's kiddie porn.
I mean, it is literally, and I think as we're talking, we're redoing our website, but I think I'm going to post that slideshow that I put together of books that I found in our local Shelby County Library, of books that I found on my daughter's Chromebook, of books that were found accessible across the state in public libraries, in children's sections where adults do not have to be. I mean, in kids sections, y'all will die. Like, it is the most there are pictures and things in these books that I didn't even know were a thing. Okay. I will not go any further than that. I didn't know these things were possible. These things were things, and they are there for your child who is in a public school, taxpayer funded public school at 12 years old to access these on their school issued Chromebook alone in their room with no counseling. It's not even just the graphic pictures. It's all the gender ideology stuff, how to change your name, how to trans yourself, who to talk to, resources. It is absolutely horrifying. I'm going to post it on our website. Just know, don't open it in a business meeting. Don't open it at lunch when there's somebody sitting behind you. You will look like a creep. And as you do that and you go, I can't believe I'm looking at this, that's what they're putting in front of our children. It's bad.
I did an article, actually 2 or 3.
You should post that too.
I'll post the articles, but they come with the same warning. Like when they posted the articles based on what we put in there, my editor put a warning at the top of them. I'm telling you, we're not kidding. These are things that people used to not see ever. And we've put them in front of our children and acted like it's normal.
Well,
and it's not.
They put them in like, it's like, okay, you know, back in the day, you had to go to the gas station or whatever. And like these magazines that you would see, these things were wrapped in plastic and behind, and it was like, I guess the walk of shame, like everybody could see you, or you went in Blockbuster and there was a separate room you had to get to. Not anymore. It is just right here, accessible to your children. And these are things that will scar. Even adults don't fully know how to process. I'm telling you,
right.
Y'all, it is the craziest thing. And I just can't believe that our legislators, the other thing that I really want them to do was probably 2 sessions ago, they banned gender ideology, like K through 5, where in the classroom, couldn't talk about all this gender crap, how to trans yourself. 2 sessions ago, they changed it to K through 8, and we're trying to get it K through 12. And for some reason, that is really hard to do. They really want to be able to talk to your high schoolers about how to be a tranny and how to be successfully gay or bi or non-binary or a tree. And so I think, and along with that is all over Oak Mountain High School used to be, I don't know anymore, stickers like the transgender flag and the LGBT, can't put up the Christian flag. But in this bill, it also bans flags and paraphernalia from being around schools. And for some reason, we can't pass that one either. It's Ruby Red, Alabama.
Mm-hmm. I even got to go to a meeting with you about that. That was super fun.
I don't remember.
You remember that? We went to the school. Stickers came down.
Oh gosh. Yeah. That
remember
was
that?
Yeah. That was fun. That was a good
super
tag
fun.
team. I forgot.
That was
Stickers
maybe our
did come down.
first Wonder Twins.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that.
Wait, what's yours?
No, I said y'all have the same one.
Oh no, yes. I have 3, but that's number 1 was the obscenity in libraries. Number 2 is something that Stephanie mentioned yesterday, and it's the Alabama High School Athletic Association combined with the Choose Act. One of my son played basketball in middle school, which is when he was homeschooled, and it was unnecessarily difficult. Now, thankfully, by then they hadn't gotten their lives together. The athletic association didn't. They hadn't gotten their lives together to come up with tests for these kids. It wasn't enough, like Stephanie explained, that if you have a national norm test, like the ones that the kids take every year at the end of the year, certain ones in certain grades, to just turn that in. They wanted to add to that. For the Choose Act, as I understand it, some kids were made to sit out. They've made transferring hard. Like, the Athletic Association is not related to our federal government, but they've set themselves up like they are, kind of like the Fed. And you think you're talking about something that's vaunted and holy. Meanwhile, they simply, look, they're involved in our kids' sports. We're glad for the refereeing they offer. We're glad for their time. Great men and women. Don't even look, I'm just being nice at this point. All right. But they have meddled in some huge deals that are unnecessary. And this time, I need them to get their lives together when it comes to the Choose Act and the Athletic Association. Let the children whose parents have chosen to school their children differently, whether private school, homeschool, whatever, the parents are in charge. The Athletic Association needs to back off. And whatever the parents have chosen to do, let their child play sports. It's not that difficult. It has been unnecessarily painful for years. We need to move along and catch up with the rest of the country when it comes to things like this in athletics. I want them to do that.
Do y'all smell fire?
I bet that was the heat.
Okay.
I turned it off.
Because it got really warm.
I was like, what do we do if
run,
I mean, I guess they'll play commercials. Anyway. All right. Can we take a break and then we'll go? Do you have your priorities?
I do have mine. Yeah.
Can we do it?
Sweet.
You want to do it after the break? Or do you want to do it now?
I mean, we can just do it now. It's not a big one. It's just
Okay.
a different one. It's kind of a fun one. Mike Butler's geoengineering weather modification bill.
How many chemtrails did we see today?
I know. So I'm not deep in the chemtrail stuff. Like, I'm not knowledgeable on it. I couldn't tell you a lot about it. However, it's just one of those, like, whoever fights against it, like, if it gets like, okay, so if it's not real, then you wouldn't have an issue just passing a bill that would ban it at state level, you know? But if they fight hard not to pass it, then I'll start to be like, wait, I thought this was nothing. Why are you fighting so hard to keep nothing? And I think so. I guess I'm intrigued to see if it gets pushed back or not. Like I said, and I think Mac even said this when we interviewed him on the show when he was talking about this. Like, really, something federally needs to be done. This is more like a signal, towards
FAA.
a signal towards the powers that be. But it's just one of those, like, fun, interesting. If it passes easily, then cool. But if there's a fight for whatever reason or it doesn't get passed, then I'll start to be like, I wonder. But I feel like that's a fun one that I would like to see get passed because, I think there was like 3 or 4 on the way back to Birmingham today where we saw chemtrails. It's interesting.
I like that. Okay. Look at us.
And legislature, Alabama, don't fear. You don't have to be first. You don't have to lead the way because we apparently don't like to lead. Other states have done this. It's okay. You can too. I think Florida, Tennessee. What?
Yeah.
You're funny.
Is that? No, I mean, I'm serious. It's like we can't put ourselves out there first. We can't be leaders. So it's real easy. You're right. If it's not happening, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
At least you get points with the true conservative base. Just listen to us. We'll lead you in all the right directions. All right. We'll be back with are we doing Beautiful Trouble?
Oh, we got text.
Oh,
we
we
can
got
do text,
text.
and then we can do Beef for Trouble for.
Thank you, producer, sir.
Look at JT go. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth with Allison and JP. So we are going to take your text and then at 4:30 discuss beautiful trouble. I've just come across a couple of tactics that are a little alarming. We're going to talk about it. But first, your text.
So Lisa from Huntsville is funny. She, well, first of all, earlier she texted in about, she sent in that text about the SCOTUS case on transgenders in women's sports, and y'all complimented her, and she responded and said, "Thanks for the compliment, ladies. Not sure that I'm a hero. I just call balls, insert long pause here for effect, and strikes."
Well done. Well done.
Someday we will get to tell Lisa our discussion.
I was about to say, if y'all
Yeah.
could only hear the car ride over.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
And gosh, she'd fit right in.
She would.
Maybe we should order her a chair.
She's our, y'all are our people. We're so
right in.
thankful.
Barbara from Trinity says, "Thank you for your strong stand against porn books in the children's section of the libraries. Keep speaking out about this. Call the ones who like it out by name often."
Okay,
No worries.
will do.
Thomas from Athens says there will be, all caps, heavy hitters involved in minimizing blowback from January 6th bomber on his, quote, co-conspirators, which may include some very important Dems.
Oh.
Jinx.
That's good.
Wow.
That's
Hadn't considered that.
okay. That's yep.
Mhm. Okay.
He just
The umbrella is
hit
now
the
open,
nail on the
and
head.
now we see that it covers more than just one person.
That's a good analogy.
Michael from Madison says, we're talking about my story on the 3 about the guy, that the Secret Service agent that got caught sharing secrets on Tinder. He said, "All I'm getting from that report is that I need to be in the CIA to get a date because I can't even get one on Tinder."
No, we
Go
don't
to
know.
church.
We don't know that it actually worked, right?
Well,
That
I mean,
will-
it depends
if
on
he
what
got
do
to
you
go
want
out
to
with her?
work.
No.
Define your terms.
Michael,
Sir.
Michael, get off of Tinder. Listen,
Don't go to Tinder.
Go to
Go to
Hinge.
church.
Get off of
Oh,
Tinder.
I mean church.
Yeah, go to church or
I mean, yeah,
don't even
go
know where
to
to
a
say.
wedding. That's where people, yeah, go find a girl at a wedding.
or the grocery store on Sunday night.
You
Yeah.
know, that's actually a thing.
Produce
Oh, it's a
section.
Like
thing.
girls actually said that that's a spot that they look for, like, dates, grocery store.
My husband followed me around Bruno's,
Oh, Bruno's.
and he did, and I perhaps was on a date with another guy,
It's normally how
and it was Valentine's. It was very cold outside, but he followed me on several aisles, and I did feel like that, but I didn't know. And so when we met the first time, he was like, "Hey, I saw you at the Bruno's." I'm like, "Oh, you did."
Did he know who you were, or
Yes.
he just thought you were cute?
He did, because we went to church together.
He like
It's a good-
stalked you through Bruno's.
He did, and we went out not long
It's a
after
real
that.
one.
And look at it, 29 years later, here we are. Works.
Can
To
happen.
Go to the store.
I will say, I think the percentages of a match are higher in the grocery store than on Tinder.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on your
It depends on what you want.
definition of a match.
Yeah.
Go to Fresh Market. Maybe a little different
Fresh
level.
Market's closing. Sprouts.
Wait. The one in Homewood?
Oh, I don't know about that, but the one by us did.
It did. So sad.
All right, beautiful trouble on the other side. We're going to tell you how to apply it to Republican issues. We'll be back.
Hey, my friends, Phil Williams here. You've heard me talk about Inspire Advisors, how Paul Breyer and his team at Inspire Advisors will help you grow your investment portfolio while also screening out the companies that don't stand for conservative Christian principles. Look, they are experts in what is known as biblically responsible investing, and they are now offering a limited opportunity for a free class on that BRI. Check out the class, register for free, their website, www.moneypatternwealth.com. It's godly, it's conservative, it's financial freedom, y'all, with Inspire Advisors at www.moneypatternwealth.com. Check them out. Tell them you heard about it on Rightside Radio.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth with Allison and JP. We are about to get into some trouble. Beautiful trouble.
Really pretty though.
Do what?
We're going to make it really pretty trouble.
We are. We're going to make it really pretty trouble. All right, listen. As I said before, James Lindsay talked to us about this website. He said we needed to check out their tactics. It is a very well done website with a toolbox, stories, principles, theories, methodologies. But what I'm going to use and share, and there are several 20, maybe 25 different tactics that they use. So they've taken Alinsky's Rules for Radicals and multiplied it, and not in a great way.
Is that a priest or a crusader? What is that?
Well, Allison,
that's a weird.
You know what? It's weird. And we'll take over a couple of these on Storytime with Abs.
Just, you can't not like it. Everybody in their car is dancing. And we just made Rush Hour. Oh, I was about to start bebopping.
So
Sorry.
good.
It's we're gonna find better music later.
Okay, it's fine. I love it, and I thank you for it, because that's what we should think when we think of completely liberal progressive tactics like the ones that I'm going to mention. But we're not just going to mention some of these tactics. We're going to flip it on its head, as Allison Sinclair said. What are you laughing about?
Are you going to do your story time with Abs voice?
Well, what she has said was. So I thought on some of these, what I'm going to say is, because I am certified to be able to do this.
This is your other half.
Mm-hmm. My other half is just asking some questions.
Auntie Beth.
I think
Auntie
story time is way more exciting.
Story time with someone else. It's not me. And
so good.
You guys, this is why the Lord let me be. Well, obviously, there's no race. We're one tribe. Where they're different tribes, but we're all one. Okay. Just different levels of melanin. However, it is from time to time in my purview to have a little fun with how the Lord made me. Is that fair?
I think it's so fair.
So
and
I'm cappuccino.
Lost that in life. Like,
I'm cappuccino. I loved Eddie Murphy, young Eddie Murphy, before it was like super duper Eddie Murphy. It was the Eddie Murphy on SNL, where this is my sister Special K. So we're that. So we're going to discuss some tactics because they are used liberally, shockingly. But what I want when I suggest some of these tactics is how can we flip this and use it as conservatives? Why is it that this progressive website is beautiful, well laid out, simple, straight to the point? But here are a few of the tactics that have been expanded since Saul Alinsky dedicated his book to the devil, Lucifer, and on and on. One of the tactics that I enjoy that we've seen lately is the blockade. Okay. Do we ever see Republicans out blockading anything except for in the March for Life, which generally gets us thrown into jail if we go protest on sidewalks? It's never liberals that get arrested, except for lately they're getting arrested. But a blockade. Do we blockade things?
Well, no, because it's against the law.
Yeah.
And we don't break the law.
Have you seen Republicans, this is another tactic, offer citizens arrests?
No.
Can you imagine? Citizens arrest
Wasn't that
is a tactic. What can people do when criminals or corrupt officials are beyond the reach of the law? Arrest them. This is real.
It's like Santa Claus.
Laws are spider webs through which the big flies pass and the little ones get caught.
That's actually the logic there is wrong.
I know.
Okay, but they're idiots. So
They're idiots.
Got it. Okay.
They're just okay.
So laws are made to be broken.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay. An artistic vigil. Have you considered an artistic vigil?
What's that, like candles?
A vigil that draws upon artistic and ritual element, thoughtful symbolism, the right tone, and a distinct look and feel to deepen the experience for both participants and observers.
I have an idea. I've never looked at this website.
Okay.
But I am feeling a podcast coming on where we go and throw our own artistic vigil.
Okay.
And we blockade something. And what was that gorilla? What did that say?
It's happening. But there's one that I really wanted to get
and let's
to.
arrest someone.
Okay. Why don't we? Who should we arrest?
Was it Eddie Murphy? Pull over. Y'all remember that? Okay.
So what they recommend is also, I mean, it's unbelievable.
We can
Media
make a
jacking,
music video.
music videos, nonviolent search and seizure, occupation, phone banking, phone blockade, public filibuster, reverse graffiti.
Stop. Click. Can you click on that?
This one?
Yeah. What is reverse
Graffiti. Instead of spraying paint, clean away grime to make your reverse graffiti message. All you need are stencils, a water pump, and some courage.
So it's like writing something on the back of your mom's windshield when it's dirty.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay. So we have the banner hang. We've seen those. That's kind of basic, isn't it? But the civil disobedience, should we have a word about that? Because Republicans don't really civilly disobey anything, which sometimes you're reading through this and you think, well, this is kind of ridiculous.
What? Read that.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Yeah. This is dumb.
It's back to the making truth claims, but nothing's true. So they can do what they want. Breaking a law in public in order to challenge the moral legitimacy of that specific law, example, racial segregation, or a greater injustice committed by the state, example, corruption.
Where is there racial segregation in 2026?
Well,
not.
they have to keep this going because it's one of their pet projects. And if they let that go, then the whole thing crumbles. Howard Zinn, who rewrote the history books that our children read, which is why they get out of school and they don't know history, Howard Zinn said, civil disobedience is not our problem. Our problem is civil obedience.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's
I mean,
funny.
this is why you're seeing what you're seeing in Minneapolis and in Washington and DC. Like, this is why cultural disobedience.
What's culture jamming?
Okay.
I'm learning so much. I had no
A
idea.
cultural intervention that alters a brand or meme to make a subversive political point. Okay. I mean,
Culture jamming.
yeah. So they also recommend, if you like, running, they call it spoof running for office. If there is a particularly bad candidate and you want to make fun of them, you also run for office to highlight how bad they are.
That's actually a great idea. That's why the girl in Hoover that ran for city council lost.
Yeah. I mean, it literally goes on and on. Flash mobs,
A
flotillas, thinking Greta Thunberg, guerrilla projection, hashtag hijack, and here's the hoax. By impersonating your target through a fake press release or media event, you can use satire and exaggeration to expose an injustice or demonstrate that another reality is possible. And they use a book that I actually like, Sun Tzu's The Art of War.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it takes a lie to expose the truth.
That could be a good story time with abs book to go through.
Okay, we could do that. So storytelling, spoof website, reverse graffiti, public filibuster, phone banking. It's on and it's on and it's on. And what it is thoughtful. They're willing to go to the mat for their ideas. Meanwhile, 4 years later, we can't get obscene material out of our libraries.
Our legislators must like kiddie porn.
Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, they'll do whatever it takes. They are going to the mat in Minneapolis. They are going to the wire in Washington. They are putting themselves out there. And what do? Wait and hope things change. We have conversations. What are some tactics that we could use to make a difference?
I'm telling you, we're going to do a podcast.
Okay.
Like a man on the street. And we're going to go out and we're going to take like 10 of those and we're going to, what?
Can I do man on the street stuff?
Yes.
That's one of the things I want to do.
Really?
It seems so fun.
Let's do it.
Well,
I got to be strapped though.
Abs and I can we can start reverse graffitiing things and causing a scene. And you can be standing there with your little fuzzy microphone.
Yes, the little fuzzy mic.
Yeah, the lavalier.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Something like
Isn't
that.
that what you
Yeah,
give
that's right.
when you want to go with a girl in college? Like,
Oh, you lavalier her. You give her your, yeah.
but it's not okay.
Yeah.
Gosh, we're old.
I did write down
Well,
some
let's do
stuff. I have a theme I noticed with all of those. It's a lot of the I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Like, for example, the blockade of stuff. Why don't conservatives do that? Probably because most of us have productive lives. We have things to do. We got, families, kids, jobs, stuff to do. Whereas I think for the most part, a lot of these blockaders don't. And what was the one video with the blockade where somebody got out of their car and said, like, I've got to get to work.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. And the guy was laughing, was like, oh no, you're going to miss work. Like that. They don't. But that's what they want because they don't have anything to lose. They don't have. They can't grasp the idea of having to actually get somewhere and do productive things. So that's where they realize if they blockade, they can piss off the people who actually. And then that's when you get somebody to just drive through the line. And now you've got. Oh, they ran us over. Now they've got the reaction they want. So, and it's the same thing with like the music video, reverse graffiti, banner hang. I think a lot of time conservatives, like they don't have the time, they don't have the energy, but also they're like, that's stupid. Like that, it is stupid, but they don't know it's stupid, or they themselves are stupid and they're doing it. But because it's so stupid and they're all in line and all in unison with it, it's effective. Because it's so effective when they're doing the same thing. There's no diversion. There's no, I got to do this. Like I hate to say it this way, but a lot of them just live loser lives. So they got nothing to do but do stupid stuff like this. But whenever they all can get together and do it and then annoy the others, then that's how their message gets through. So I guess the question is, how do we get conservatives to be on the same page when a lot of us are rugged individuals? We're not warmth collectivism. How do we get them to get on the same page and do things that maybe aren't stupid but are effective?
We're going to start it. And the first thing we're going to do is hang a banner on 280 somewhere. But what's it going to say?
Quit being a loser.
Stop the kiddie porn.
Oh,
okay.
I like that.
But it's not kiddie porn. It's
not kiddie
it's
porn.
porn and kids.
Porn out of
but
libraries.
It's even
right.
worse. It's people wanting kids to see porn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe we should write legislators' names on there that like keep this from progressing.
Y'all realize this is not going to be a secret now when we do this.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to know
You're
where
gonna
to
see
come
us-
find us.
The banner on 280, and we've already put our names behind it.
Well, David from Friends with Peace has already got us on a list
Oh, yeah,
because
it does.
he
We're on the
ghosted me.
NSA's list.
Like he has not responded at all. And I'm feeling he's not very peaceful. I don't know what his intentions were with reaching out to me, but I'm a little nervous now. All right, we got to take a break and then it's Would You Rather? We'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth with Allison and JP, finishing up a Tuesday. We just plowed right through the day, did we not?
Yeah.
So now here we are after talking about what we hope our legislators will get done, updating on a little bit of an update on Iran and what's also happening at the Supreme Court, which is going to be a very big deal. I mean, again, we're left with people not knowing what women are. Some of them are our justices. So we're going to pay attention to that story. But now, because the day is done, it's time for another little round of Would You
we
Rather.
should play taps every day.
What's it like how they ended the TV shows at like 3 a.m.? They play the national anthem.
Yes.
We end with taps.
Yeah, we can play the national anthem. That kind of is fun. Okay, we have a little more time today, which is good.
Oh, would you rather know exactly how many hours you spent on your phone this year or remain blissfully unaware?
I want to know.
I do not want to know.
I don't want to know.
I
don't want to know.
No.
No. So
it'd be awful.
There's weeks where it's really good. Like I get the screen time notifications on like Sunday every week. I don't know if y'all do too.
Yeah.
Of your like, and there's some days I was like, that's pretty good. And then there's some days I see it and I'm like, I'm just gonna ignore that I saw that.
Okay, but I have a question. In those calculations, does that include like when you check email on your phone and when you listen to Spotify or if you listen to podcasts? So if I have the music playing in the background while I'm working,
I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah.
Does it
count? We do need to we do need to clarify that.
Yeah, I think that matters because I don't use a computer. I really don't have one, but I don't use one. So if I'm sending an email to someone or working on a podcast or whatever, researching for the show, I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
But so I kind of think it's not.
Yeah, I know GPS counts as screen time too. So like when you're on a road trip and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. That's why
I feel better about that already.
I'm gonna embarrass myself with this question, but what do you consider a bad, like what hour wise per week do you consider like, oof, that was really bad screen time?
Per week or per day?
Per week. Oh well, okay.
Let's do day.
Like okay, no, oh yeah, average per day. Yes, average per day.
Like what would I shoot for?
Yeah, so
okay, and then are we including listening to music? Because every time I get in my car, I'm listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you get that screen time notification, what is the hour that you consider like good per day, average on a weekly basis?
Oh, goodness.
I want to hear y'all's answers first before I say mine.
But I'm like you, though. I'm always listening to a podcast. I really am not looking at social media as much as I'm using my phone either to talk, to text, or listen to podcast or music.
Okay, but I think we're doing with what we call with our kids
rationalizing
excuses. I mean, if mine said 3 hours, I would feel really good about it.
Yeah.
But
sometimes it says 5.
Sometimes it says 8.
JP?
I don't want to say anymore.
Are you done?
A good one for me is like 7.
Okay.
Can I tell y'all what it was last week?
No.
No, I don't think we can handle it.
Okay, we won't.
Okay, you did have a weekend. Yeah.
I'm just not gonna say, okay.
But like, do you watch TV?
No.
Okay, I think we need to talk about this tomorrow. I think we all need some, like, this is going to be our accountability group.
But when I
bought
see
a brick for Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you know what a brick
one
is?
of those.
Yeah.
And I might need to buy y'all one too.
Yeah,
Okay.
when I see 7, I'm like, that was a good week.
Like 6 or 7.
It's okay. We're gonna end the show now.
Y'all, I had fun today. I'm exhausted, but I had fun with y'all.
It was very fun.
And our texts and listeners were really funny. So thanks for that. We'll be back tomorrow. Hope y'all come back. See ya.